my little cherry llamas, my little blueberry bats. How is everyone doing this morning? I hope everyone is doing well. I am doing fantastic. I am so excited for this video. I only wish you guys knew just like how excited I am literally for this video. It's more exciting than you can ever believe, and that is because I'm doing a collab with the wonderful Lisa, and we will get more into that here in just a minute. But if you are new here, then hi, my name is Carrington. If you enjoy trying out new makeup, if you enjoy trying out older makeup, if you enjoy Shop My Stashes, full faces of nothing new, hauls, whether that be makeup, non-makeup related, mystery boxes, other kinds of unboxings, basically everything beauty related under the sun, then you are definitely going to want to hit that subscribe button and click the little bell so you're notified of all my future uploads. As well, if this is your 10th time, 100th time, 50th time, second time here, and you still have not yet hit that subscribe button, go ahead. I invite you to do so. You're clearly here watching this, and let's go ahead and let's get started. So Lisa is one of my good friends here on YouTube, here on Instagram. I will have all of her socials linked down below. I will have her video linked down below. I will link everything that I can. Go and check her out. 100% go and check Lisa out. She is such an amazing person. I wish I could put into words just how incredible Lisa is. First of all, if you're on this channel and you're on this channel because you really like seeing how much makeup I buy in a month, Lisa also spends about that much money on makeup in a month as well. We both work very hard for our money. But one thing I really love about Lisa is how much she is hyping up everybody on this platform. And you're probably like, what? Yes. It doesn't matter if you have 2 subscribers or 2 million subscribers. She's going to hype you up. She thinks everybody should be able to have a space on this platform, and she is there to definitely hype up everyone. I absolutely love her. She is so funny as well. She is so kind, so caring. She is incredible. If you have not yet gone and checked her out, again, I will link all of her stuff. Please do go watch her video. Tell her hi from me. And let's go ahead and let's see what we're going to be diving into, which is I want a giveaway from Lisa. Like, I was not expecting that at all. I literally never win anything. I just don't. I literally never win anything. So I never win anything, but I won her giveaway. And so in her giveaway for hitting 500 subscribers on Instagram, I won the Vive, the Essential Palette. This is really nice, pretty, it is sleek. I have never tried anything from Vive. I've never really checked out much from the brand either. It's got a nice mirror that folds back really nicely. And then here is the palette. It's a very basic neutral palette, but the pan sizes are, you know, nice and big. You get a lot of variety. I think this is definitely like a really cute palette. And then to go with the palette, we have a matte liquid lipstick. This is from, it says Alien Cosmetics, but they are currently rebranding, and they're going to be called Unearthly Cosmetics. And so I have this liquid, brownish liquid lipstick to go with this palette. I think we can easily make this work. No problems, no issues. So if you guys are excited to see what look I create, then definitely keep on watching. So first off, I'm just going to start with the shade So Shy is what it's called. I'm just going to coat a little bit on my brush, some slight kick up, just so I can go ahead and set my lid. I have primed with my Ulta Beauty eye primer. Definitely one of my favorite eye primers of all time. Love it. So I'm just going to set my eye. All right, quickly, easily set my eye. Bada bing, bada bada, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. There we go. All right, next, let's try. Let's go into the shade right here called Lava Rock. It's kind of like a very beautiful, it's like a lavender brown, and a little bit of kick up with that shade as well. And then we're just gonna start lightly throwing this into the crease and above. Just slowly working that in there. All right, so how's everyone been doing? All right, let me tell you, last night we had such a scary experience with our dog, Tommy. So, creepily, like, okay, we've had Tommy now since, what, May? So we've had him like a good amount of time. We've had him like May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Like 7 months. We've had him a decent amount of time. And so our vet thought he was either like a Chattahoola mix or like an Australian Shepherd or just, you know, something like that. Or maybe like a Beagle in there too. Like, that's just what, you know, he thought. Trainer thought the same thing. And so one day I was at PetSmart, and PetSmart, my local PetSmart, I guess has now started carrying like the Embark DNA tests. And so I was there and I was getting them some food, and I was like, okay, well, perfect. I will go ahead and get them the Embark DNA test. Like, no big deal. So I pick it up, and it literally took me like 2.5 weeks, truthfully. So I pick it up, go home, instantly swab him, and then I drop it off at the post office, and when they received it. So he has 3 breeds in him, 3 breeds only, 50% of him. And when you look on like the Embark part, 50%. So one of his parents, and going back for as long as they can trace, is all Great Dane. 100% purebred Great Dane. The other two, or no, the other parent has exactly like split, almost split down the middle of, you know, half of 50, so 25. It's like, that's how close they are. And it's German Shepherd and American Foxhound. Yeah, that's what he is. An American Foxhound, a Great Dane, and German Shepherd. So he is not going to be a little dude. Like, there is nothing little about that, right? All right. So next up, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Delicious. And this is more like a cooler toned brown. And I'm going to focus that in the crease and outer corner as well. So I had posted on my Facebook, which is not like public. Like, literally, it's just, you know, family, friends, things like that. That's on my Facebook. And I posted a picture, and I said, when you think your dog is either a Chattahoola or an Australian Shepherd, and your vet thinks he's only going to be like 65 pounds, but then you find out he's 50% Great Dane. And then, you know, I just put like a laughing face or whatever. And I had gotten a couple of people after this, like, they didn't seem to care much about him when we had him and he was sick and we were trying to, you know, keep him more healthy. Didn't really seem that interested in him. But we had a couple of people, including some of like Zach's family members, comment and be like, hey, you know, at one point you guys were just talking about keeping that dog until you got him good and healthy. Now that he's good and healthy, you know, we'd like to give him a home. And I'm like, no. No. They're like, yeah, we'd really like a Great Dane. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that you would like a Great Dane. And I was like, no. Like, I've already invested thousands of dollars in vet care. I have already invested in fixing him, chipping him under our name, shots, everything. Like, no, I think we're good. And so some of them, you know, most of them were like, okay, well, if you change your mind, let us know. We'd love to give them a home. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, you know, it ever comes to that, like Zach and I ever split up and I can't take all 3 dogs with me, then absolutely I will 100%, you know, let you know. And then there's some people where it's like, I don't care if I have to get rid of this dog, I would never give you my dog. Like, absolutely not. You guys literally have dogs for like 5 minutes, and then the next thing you know, you're having to rehoming them because we just work too much or whatever. Like, no. Nope. Not at all. So, one person, though, became, like, super upset about me being like, no, we are not getting rid of him, like, at all. I mean, this person was so upset. And it was, like, in my Facebook Messenger, just, like, being like, you're a horrible pet parent, like, I can't believe you wouldn't, like, we would take the best care, we take better care of it than you. And I'm just like, okay, well, you didn't want it when we had to invest thousands of dollars into his vet care. Like, you didn't want him then, so, like, why do you want him now? Like, why do you think we would give him to you now? Anyways, so the dogs sometimes go outside. I mean, sometimes. Obviously, they go outside. They have to go potty. I'm going to take the shade right here, Good Night, and just focus that really into that outer V. And so Tommy, for whatever reason, ever since he was little, he will not poop if he is outside on a leash with you. Okay, this black is like, wow, pigmented. So like, yeah, he will not poop if he's on a leash and you stand next to him. But he'll poop on a leash, like if we have like tie outs next to like the poop area, because they all think they have to poop around the same area. I don't know what the issue is, what the deal is, but so we'll like leave them like out there, and like in the poop area, whatever, you know, whatever. And I'll like sit on like the porch or the deck or whatever, wait for them to get done, and then I'll bring them inside. Because they don't like to poop in like the other area that would be like a lot better and safer. Nope, they have to poop in this one spot. It's just they do. So anyway, so I normally will tie them out and then set some place where I can generally, for the most part, like keep an eye on them. Right? No problem, no issue. They just go and poop and away we go. So last night I had gotten home and the kids were like, oh gosh, they were just being kids. Let me tell you, Mondays are the hardest for the kids, because they're now so used to like sleeping in all weekend, and then school day comes and we're getting up like super early, so they are just like beside themselves. Come like 5 o'clock at night, they are just like cranky, they are grumpy. Like my son will go to bed at like 7. I mean, I go to bed at 7. But like my son will go to bed easily at 7. And my daughter, for the most part, will go to bed. She usually is the one that tries to like fight sleep the most. But, you know, she'll go to bed probably about 8:30 is when she'll finally like give in, because we let them have like TV time in their room up until 8 o'clock. When 8 o'clock happens, everything goes off. There's nothing in their rooms besides like their closet lights, because they're terrified, so they'll sleep with their closet lights on, which is like, you know, not a huge deal. Okay. Anyways, that was like a whole rant of like how we were getting there. I don't know. But anyways, so Zach was trying to make dinner. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Not a big deal. And Holden started freaking out over a thing. And so I was outside with the dogs, and finally I come back in so I can like help, you know, I like was like, okay, I'm gonna leave the dogs for like just a few minutes. It's not the end of the world, like whatever. So their tie outs have a locking mechanism. So we have it like where it's like usually like tied around like 3 different trees so they can't tangle each other up or anything. Tie them around trees, and then they have like their like, you know, extension, and then there's like a clip, and then it's like a it like comes together like an egg shape kind of thing, and then it like turns up and then clips and then locks. So I put that in like lock, and I think I was inside, I want to say like, it was not even a very long time, like maybe like, oh gosh, maybe like 10-15 minutes, right? Not long at all. So I go outside to let the dogs in, and generally Daisy's the one that's closest, so I'll take Daisy, and then I'll alternate between Duke and Tommy. And so I went to go get Duke because I couldn't really see Tommy, so I thought maybe he had gotten stuck behind the tree. Because that happens as well. Alright, so I'm now going to prime my lids with my NYX Glitter Glue. Absolutely love this stuff. So I was like, okay, like, no problem, no big deal. I'll just leave him out. Like, I'll come back and I'll get Tommy. Well, when I finally get to his tree, I'm gonna go into Thea right here. Focus that kind of on like the middle to outer portion of my eye. Okay, so when I get to like behind the tree, I see that he is not there. And so now I'm thinking like, okay, did he like, I don't know, slip his collar? Like, what on earth happened? So I pick up his chain part and I follow it, and it is coming from like towards the road. And when I finally get to the end of it, his collar isn't there. Chain's not broke anywhere. But then the chain was locked. Right? Like, he wouldn't have been able to get off of it unless somebody unlocked it, it broke, or he slipped his collar. But his collar's not there. His chain's not broke, and it's back into lock position. So I'm like freaking out. Like, I come running back into the house freaking out. All right, let's go into the shade right here called Carrot. Put that towards like the inner portion. So I am 100% like freaking out. I come flying in the house, telling Zach about it. And Zach's like, what? And I was like, yeah, how is it back in like a locked position? And he's like, I don't know. So I start driving around, calling his name. Nothing. Nothing at all. I like drove a good portion. So then I like went to the police department, and I was like, hey, did anybody turn in my dog? He looks like this. And they're like, no one's turned in any dogs today. Would it have been today that he would have been missing? I was like, literally within like the past like 15 minutes. And he was like, no, sorry, nobody's turned in anything. And so I am like panicking. I am like freaking out. And I have been like driving down like alleyways. I had been like driving down, like all like the main streets, you know, anywhere that I could think of, and nowhere, nothing, nada. So I come back home. Kids are upset, obviously. Still no sign of Sir Thomas. No idea where he's at. Finally, I don't know, it was like the end of the night, and I was going to take the dogs out, or, you know, the other two, Duke and Daisy. I was going to take them outside, let them go potty. And there was Tommy back on his tie out. Yeah. Yep. Back on his tie out. Where he went, I don't know. Who knew? Like, it was our dog. Like, that was the specific tie out he was on. I don't know. But now I'm like, yeah, you guys are definitely not being left outside unless you're in the fenced-in area. Period. Because there's no way you can get in through the fenced-in area. There's no door. So yeah. All right, so here we are with the eye look so far. It's turning out really cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hop off camera and then I'm gonna come back so then we can do the lip and I can give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so I've decided I would like to do the lower lash line. So let's go ahead and let's do that together. So first I'm basically just going to, for the most part, mimic what I did on the upper lid. So I'm going to take that lava rock and just start really focusing this on that lower lash line to just like really smoke it on out. Like, I mean, just like smoke. So then I'm going to go into that shade Delicious right here and focus that kind of basically where I put lava rock, but just like a little bit closer to the lash line. Not smoked out quite as far. And then last is going to be that Goodnight shade, and I'm really just going to focus that right there on the outer corner. This is a really nice black. I am not even going to lie, guys. This is a really nice pigmented black that does blend out really easily. Then for inner corner, I just want to go into the shade right here, Glimmer. This is the only shimmer that we have not used. I'm just going to pack that on a brush and lightly just kind of start going into, okay, all right, so now that my lower lash line is done, there are still some things I need to do with the face to finish that up, so I'm gonna go ahead, go finish that up, and then I'll be right back so then we can actually do the lip. So I'm back, so we can go ahead and try out the matte liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Brew. So this looks like, let's swatch it, it's gonna be like a very dark, like chocolatey brown. So let's go ahead, try this out. I've never tried a matte lipstick from them, so all right. So here is the final look. What does everybody think? I'm really excited to see what Lisa creates. I think she does a really, really nice job like playing with colors and coming up with some like really unique looks. So I am so excited to be able to see what she has come up with. I'm really excited. Don't forget to go and check her out. But let's go ahead and let's talk about this palette right here. First of all, I love how it just like folds back so easily. So then I can just sit here and, you know, look in the mirror, tap, 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 look back in the mirror instead of having to like hold like the whole thing up like this. I feel like that's much easier. It's not as tiresome on my hands. So that's one thing I really like. I really like the sleekness of the packaging. I love how it's like black. I love like this little gold plated with the name on it. That's really, really cute. I also like how the names are below the shades. That is my favorite way for brands to put the shades, to let me know what the shades are, is to put them underneath the actual shade. In terms of formula, I will say the mattes are very pigmented. They blend nicely together. It doesn't look muddy or patchy or anything. They work nicely together, as well as I think that like they do have a lot of pigmentation just right off the bat. I didn't have to dip in a whole bunch of times. I did kind of dip in back and forth between these a few more times just because I don't want to go overboard. These are some deeper, darker colors and we easily could have gone a little bit overboard. This is a fantastic black. This black is a really nice pigmented black, as you can tell. Super stunning, super beautiful. Love that. The one thing that I was maybe slightly disappointed in was like the shimmers, I don't know, like they're not as creamy as I would like them to be, or as like in your face. But that's just like, I think that's more of like a personal preference because I do think they turned out really beautiful. It worked well. You have 3 shimmers. I think the 3 shimmers go beautifully with all the mattes that go in here. I don't think there's like a shimmer that's like, wow, what are we doing with that? I think overall this was like a really, really good, decent palette. I am just used to like Give Me Glows and like Sydney Grace's formula for shimmers where it's like bam, metallic in your face, and I feel like these are more subtle, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't sit there and think, oh, like, well, now she hates this palette. No. I just think that's like more of a personal preference, where I like something that's like bam, shiny in your face. Here we go, we're off to space. All right, so it's not a bad palette. I actually really think that's a really good palette, especially for how pigmented the mattes were and how well they blended together. And I feel like the overall look that I got on the eyes, stunning. All right, as for this matte liquid lip, I have never ever tried this before. Let me see, does it have a scent? It doesn't really have much of a scent to it. It just, you know, it doesn't have like a vanilla or a cream or anything like that. I will say this is definitely, like, it appears on the lips a lot darker than it appears in the tube. So I think you know what? I do like some like dark colors. So I do like this, but I think it would have been cool if it was like that lighter tone. But overall, it's, you know, it's definitely, it's a little bit drying. I wouldn't say it's as painful as like the Jaclyn Hill one. I wouldn't say it would be as uncomfortable as like the Kylie Cosmetics, anything like that. So I do feel like this is like a nice liquid lipstick. You know, Lunar Beauty kind of has my heart in terms of liquid lipstick. Like, I love Lunar Beauty's liquid lipstick formula. It's the best. But overall, I think like this overall look turned out beautifully. I am so excited to see what Lisa has come up with, because when I tell you guys, like, she can come up with like a palette where I'm just like, I don't even know if I can get a look out of this. And she like does, and they're stunning and they're beautiful. Her blending is incredible. She does a really great job. So definitely go check her out on all of her social media platforms. I will link those down below. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you own this palette, what do you think of it? Are you thinking about maybe picking it up? Are you not? The dogs are on the deck now. Let me know what you guys think all down below. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then absolutely give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet already. And I will see you guys in my next one.